Hello everyone, my name is Christy Smith, and I'm going to be speaking to you today about my new book, Lost Cove, North Carolina, A Portrait of a Vanished Community, 1864 to 1957. My book is published by McFarland and Company. I grew up in Unicoi County, Tennessee, a small county that borders Madison, Mitchell, and Yancey counties in North Carolina. My fascination with Lost Cove began at the age of 10. In 1982, my family and I hiked into the cove from Unaka Springs. Lost Cove sits high above the Toe River Gorge in Yancey County and the Nolichucky Gorge in Unicoi County. The first settler into Lost Cove was Stephen Morgan Bailey. He is the son of John Yellow Jacket Bailey and Lavada Ray. It is said that Morgan bought land in Lost Cove from a Native American. He paid $10 and traded his shotgun. Lost Cove families were self-sufficient and they relied upon one another, whether it be through trading goods, planting crops, making moonshine, and timbering. During its heyday, there were nearly 100 people who lived in Lost Cove. I'm going to be reading several excerpts from my Moonshine Chapter. In 1898, an article appeared out of the North Carolina newspaper. It states, Revenue Agent A.E. Aiken returned yesterday from a trip through Egypt Township in Yancey County. Illicit distilling, he says, is on the decrease, and that the only place in Yancey County where the revenue law is being violated to any extent is in Lost Cove, which section he did not visit. Lost Cove is a section that lies contiguous to both North Carolina and Tennessee lines. Neither state claiming jurisdiction, as the boundary lines between the two states is not known. Hence the name Lost Cove, where the moonshiner frolics unmolested. The earliest accounts of moonshine distilling in Lost Cove starts with John D. Tipton. John D. Tipton and Morgan Bailey were very good friends. The Tiptons lived in Lost Cove for many years. Both men served in the Union Army with the North Carolina 3rd Mounted Infantry. Tipton was an invader. On May 26, 1887, information passed on to Falcon newspaper in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, states that John D. Tipton was finally captured. The account reads, Mr. Jeff Himes, deputy collector, came most unexpectedly to the object of his search, John D. Tipton, the hermit of Lost Cove, and captured him, together with his distillery and apparatus. For 12 years, Tipton has been engaged in the unlawful business, successfully eluding all efforts to entrap or catch him. The deep seclusion of Lost Cove, a wild region among the mountains in Yancey County or in Tennessee, the boundary not yet determined, afforded him a sure hiding place for years. Sometimes his place of operations were discovered and information given to the revenuers. But when they came out to secure the prize, Tipton had folded his tents and stolen away, distillery and all. Tipton was charged that day and fined $100. He spent 4 months in Buchan County Jail beginning in November 1887. Revenuers could not always prevent families from making whiskey or corn liquor. In 1912, Lost Cove moonshiners had seen a many day in court, and that included John D. Tipton. Tipton was accused of having begun business by the light of the moon, as was evidenced by sundry indictments in the United States Court at Asheville. His example was soon followed by others, but whenever it appeared to Judge R.P. Dick that the alleged steals were in disputed territory, he directed the discharge of all the defendants. Judge R.P. Dick was a lenient judge, especially when it came to moonshine making. I thank you for listening and have a good evening.